Whew. I have absolutely no audio for when a hype train happens, so I guess nothing automatically happening. So I guess I don't know. It's got to be faster, right? It's got to be like a Nightcore remix of it or something. God damn it! I deserve this. I deserve this. Next wave is digital, catch me on the way up. The glow up is visible, couple more. Watch mine gon' go up, it's about to go nuts. It's about to go nuts. Now I'm getting paid, running cash with Alice Earth. Alice Earth. Alice Earth. Well, that'll learn me. Food with the Dude? They're Made Out of Meat by Terry Bisson is not technically in the public domain, but he's very generous with the story. Let me actually double check on his website. Because he posted the story on his website. Here we go. Let me see. Because, as I recall, let me see. I remember him being okay with people sharing it and talking about it. Let me just... Let me double check real quick. Whoops. Warning, potential security risk. Firefox detected an issue and did not continue to jerrybrown.com. The website is either misconfigured or your computer clock is set to the wrong time. It's likely the website's certificate is expired.
If you visit the site, attackers could try to steal information. Yeah, I think certification issues aren't a huge problem, right? I've been on this website before, and it's been fine. Like, just on interpersonal info, yeah. Like, that's all that matters.
There's a bird over there.
Someone just forgore, yeah. Accept the risk. Yeah, just expired certificate. It just expired a month or two ago. Oh, here we go. Because it's a PDF. It's a PDF for, like, a professor. That's what it was. Yeah, well, there goes my credit card info. Also, and yeah, I am very glad that I can make work cozy, which is funny. I can't remember who it was on my stream who christened me this way, but the term discomfort streamer is perfect. Nigh on perfect. Hey everyone. Stream is late today because I woke up at a normal hour and I wanted to sip tea slowly. So, that's what I did. So, where's the discomfort? Oh, it's all of our topics. So, there are two things that I had in mind for today. One of them, how do you guys feel about watching me play Killer in Dead by Daylight? Because, man, I have been jonesing. I've been enjoying it. I've been playing it a little bit here and there where I can steal time. I have found myself particularly fond of the Dredge. He's fun. But I also just recently picked up the Plague. Partially because her mechanics appeal to me, partially because Speaker D suggested her to me, and partially because she has some perks that I want. A particular perk. Fred by Daylight. Yes. Yes, I caught the Plague. Oh, Indie Silence. Good news, you can basically just make your own Gaiwan with, like, a cup and a lid. Gaiwans are nice, but, you know, you can make it work. Also, they're cheap. Gaiwans can be really cheap. No, I have not caught COVID. I am actually Novid so far. You know, knock on wood. But there is also a significant chance that I caught COVID and was asymptomatic, but I also have been wearing N95s everywhere. Anytime I go out and am in a tight space. I just have not caught it. The shit strain. Yeah, we talked about that on last stream, where there is a person who single-handedly has shit out so much COVID that he has caused the county to hit record detection levels. TBO, TBH, a lot of people caught COVID when schools opened up again. Like a lot. That was one of the biggest reasons. A tight space. COVID shit, George. It is actually wholly remarkable. No, I've been enjoying Dead by Daylight, and I'm enjoying it a lot. Oof. Caught COVID during a major testing period, yeah. Listen, children are already disgusting. They're already filthy. And then you give them one of the most transmissible diseases that has ever existed, perhaps the most transmissible disease that has ever existed. Possibly engineered for the purpose. There is a non-zero chance it was engineered for the purpose. And then you stick a bunch of kids together. Oh dear. COVID truth. What? Truther? Literally, the FBI has claimed that that's what it is. With, to be fair, with a low degree of certainty. There are a lot of organizations that all have political interests in defining the source of COVID. I don't trust the FBI. Yeah, the FBI sure has claimed a lot of shit. It's true. I don't trust. My point is, it's not just a conspiracy theory anymore. Don't you fucking call me a truther bullshit. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not sure one way or the other. However, undeniably, COVID is extremely, it is extremely virulent. Yeah, the FBI claiming it should make it less credible. That is definitely something that I have considered. However, it'll be a long time before we actually know. Like, the problem is, who fucking knows? Yeah, the problem is the truth is so politicized. Like, we don't know what the truth will be for a long time until it doesn't matter. And quite frankly, no matter where COVID came from, the response should be the same, right? Take precautions. Like, maybe I'm more willing to talk about it just because it's not very consequential to me. Like, so what if it came from the lab? Who cares? Right? Like, we know the dangers of this sort of testing. Like, we knew that this could happen, whether it happened or not. Who fucking knows? Like, it doesn't change anything. Maybe, I guess everyone's so caught up in the how that people forgot that it doesn't really fucking matter to the common person. Like, if it came from a lab or came from nature, why do I care? Like, my response is still the same. Like, what I can do personally is still exactly the same. It changes our relationship to China? No, it doesn't. No, it fucking doesn't. Because America does gain of function research as well. Everyone's doing gain of function research. We also know that China is weirdly reckless with a lot of things. It doesn't change anything. I don't know. Maybe I'm just opinionated. I think my opinion is kind of weird. What's my hyperfixation today? Two things. One of them, it's not COVID. Yeah, Raven the Raven. Yeah, it does fit, right? Again, if it was natural, if you ask me, it coming from nature is even scarier. But I don't want to get into this. I don't want to get into this more than I already have. Nick Drake fan vibes. Nick Drake? Nick Drake. English singer-songwriter. I have no idea. I don't know his music, I don't think. Are there any, like, big singles I would know? Oof. Olivine, that's rough. Yeah, that's the frustration, right? People are not a government. He died before people cared about his music. Oh, that's sad. Fuck. No, no, Siduri. When I say that it doesn't matter whether it came from a lab or it came from nature, I'm talking like for what the individual should do to counteract it, like practically speaking, like how an individual combats it, because the virus just exists. Of course, there are sociological issues around this. I fucking hate this. Of course I don't. Of course it's fucking bad that Asian Americans are being discriminated against. Of course I fucking know that, you guys. I can't add an asterisk to everything that I say. This happens. A similar thing happened where Mike and I were complaining about plastic, and like someone commented on the YouTube VOD, wow, Fred and Mike just hate plastic and all the good that it's caused, as if like we categorically think plastic is a bad thing. When people accuse me of minimizing racism, I don't know. That kind of sucks. I don't like that. Fred hates mankind. Fred hates plastic. Of course there are sociological issues about this. I am acutely aware of this. It's one of my hyperfixations, actually. I am fascinated by like the right-wing media sphere and the head-ass shit that they do all the time. And one of the things they did was turn the lab leak hypothesis into like Asian people bad. Fred, please give entirely nuanced opinions. I'm sorry if I got frustrated at you. I just I understand that it is a personal thing for a lot of people. I think I try to keep that separate in my mind. That fixation. Fuck plastic, return to rock. I guess, Siduri, I don't know how long you've been around. I guess, I don't know, because I swear to God I've talked about this before, right? Like how people have taken COVID and like twisted it into whatever political idea that they have. It got politicized so hard, and everyone is just taking advantage of it for all they can, which is frustrating because at the end of the day, it's a health crisis. It pisses me off because it's even if it did come from a lab, what does the common person have to do with it? It kind of cheeses me off. Yeah, COVID got linked to race politics, and now we can't have anything fucking good. We can't have anything good because everyone needs to decide everything is race politics. And people decide, oh, it came from China, therefore Chinese people bad. Genius. Great. Good. Fantastic. No, that's the thing, is I don't even think it was a weapon. Next bit. Okay, that's fair. Okay, last opinion. One last thing before I continue. If it is a lab leak, it wasn't a weapon. I think it was an accident. That's it. Bad protocol. That is my suspicion. That's it. I don't think it was a bioweapon. I think it was normal gain-of-function research trying to get ahead of problem things. Like trying to get ahead of a problematic virus. Like that. Anyway. Hey, you guys want to join me for one of my weird hyperfixations? COVID is not one of them. Sorry for calling you out like that. I understand the frustration there. Picking the mental scab to the bone. Let's go. Right-wing media is a hyperfixation. You know what partially has me worked up? The reason I'm picking at this weird. My grandfather has gotten really into this kind of thinking. And has expressed his disappointment that I will not take up his gun rights cause and push it to my audience, my big audience. That I think that's why. You know what? I'm sorry, Sidiri. I think you got caught up in my frustration. Gonna level with you. Level with all of you. It kind of took the wind out of my sails this week. Didn't get a lot done. He's a big, like my grandfather is a big Tucker Carlson fan. Whew. No, and Siduri, I think you just got caught up in my frustration around that. Right-wing people trying to push their ideas on me. And I know obviously you're not right-wing, but I don't know. Maybe you are. No idea. But people, I think I got frustrated. The frustration is I don't want people assigning their agendas to me. And you just got caught up. You just got caught up in it. And I apologize for that. Anyway, so I've been, oh no, Scruffian, he's been like this for a long time. I grew up idolizing him, and now he has a website where he advocates for gun shit, but like, he moved... I'm not going to show you the actual image because I don't want people reverse searching it. So let me just like pull up GIMP and draw it for you. One of the fucking one of the posters he made for his website, specifically, he was trying to talk about how people play the race card about Obama and gun legislation. So I did not even realize until like yesterday that this was on his website. Okay, let me just scoot. So fucking here. Do I need to make the pen bigger? Let me see. Okay, no, this works. So in the center is, so it's a card that it's a little card that says race card. And it has a cross on it. Except, here's the thing. The cross is on fire. So, we're already starting out bad with some KKK imagery. This has been on his website for like 15 years. Let me actually pull up the image for myself, real quick. Because, ooh, baby. Let me find this. Wait. Here we go. So we got fucking, like, different sections. And, like, one of them says rejects facts. One of them says fosters guilt. Another's conversation stopper. Whew, baby. Twitch has been suspending people like crazy lately, huh? Okay. That's actually... I did not know that. He... Like, the problem was, he would email me asking for feedback on his website, and he'd send me some of his posters asking for feedback, and, like, I didn't have the heart to email him back saying, Grandpa, this is bullshit. Like, this is stupid. Like, nobody wants this. And then, of course, his website started slipping lower in Google, and he started blaming the CIA for silencing him. What do I do with that? I have no idea what to do with that. So I just never responded. As I got older, I kind of started to realize that my grandfather... I grew up idolizing him, and I realized, oh, he's just a depressing, impotent old man. Yeah. I had to come to terms with that fact that he wasn't the person I thought he was growing up. He also would greatly exaggerate his accomplishments. Like, he said he worked for NASA, but he, like, made training videos for them. He tends to exaggerate a lot. Like... And he got very passive-aggressive with me. He started getting very... My grandmother died, and then he started getting passive-aggressive to my family, and it's like, well, okay. I cannot sip. A depressing, impotent old man. That's the way TikTok teens view 25-year-old YouTubers. Well, I'm fucked. TikTok really is what, like... TikTok has its own sort of hive mind, doesn't it? I know that they have started habitually replying to anything furry with the word fatherless. Like, that is just the thing. It's just something... It's like children are making something awful again. TikTok was mean to me once, I'll never forgive them. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like people do make money on TikTok, but if you're not planning on making money on TikTok specifically, there's not much of a reason to go there. Maidenless. That's a really good one. I guess we've looped back around to 17th century backhanded insults. Yes. One of the most obnoxious things that I've seen that YouTubers have to do is they can't say suicide, they have to say unalive. Which is cringe. I think some people push the idea too hard if you have to use TikTok to grow. Yeah. Not necessarily. The phrase kill as well, yeah. I think you can use death sometimes. Yeah, I hope it's okay because I use the word in my video. Yeah, the algorithms are completely weird. Didn't Mike get banned from TikTok for saying the big rock is out to get you? What? Yeah, double plus ungood. Exactly. I remember there's a viewer called double plus ungood thinkwise. He got banned from TikTok live. Content? When getting banned from a platform is content. But no, sorry about kind of going off on a tangent there. I think... Getting banned from TikTok, but as a prank, yeah. No, I'm sorry for kind of going off there. I wasn't that worked up, I guess. You know how I feel? If people are gonna get mad at me, that's fine. I don't mind people getting mad at me. Or disliking me. Just dislike me for something real. Right? Dislike me for an opinion I actually have. Dislike me for something I actually did. Because if I fuck up...
Nice birdie! Good birdie!
If you dislike me for something that I did, fine. If you dislike me for an opinion that I hold, fine. I don't mind. Like, that's proper. What frustrates me is when people dislike me for something that I don't do, or haven't done, or am not. Dislikes you for hating microplastics. Right, like, I think that's what frustrated me so much about that comment, saying that I think that plastic is just a categorically bad thing. Because I don't. Like, I don't think that. I don't think that. But they decided that I do. Again, the most prescient Tumblr post. Hey, I like pancakes. Oh, so you hate waffles? Motherfucker. I can't believe this owl escalated the Cuban Missile Crisis. Was it a Twitter thing? It could have been it could have been a Twitter thing. It sounds very Tumblr though. I like tea. What, you hate other drinks? You hate soda? You hate gamer sups? Use code DINGO for 10% off. Speaking of Wiki Dingo, I managed to crash Whiskey's stream, or not, his stream chat, with the help of all of you. All I said, building off of you guys, was Dingo small, tape to wall. And people started spamming it, to the point that his chat crashed. And he had to, like, reload it. He had to go in and fix it. I am so proud of all of you. Dingo small, tape to wall. Okay, hold on. I need an answer. I need a fucking answer to this. I come in, and I see in my pre-stream chat, just people are saying, goat is small, tape to wall, talking about Caldero. Who did that? Who started that? Because, as far as I can tell, that just happened. Who started saying that? It was Ratelore? It was rate lore. Thanks for the 100 bits, Ender Cobra. It is actually rate lore. Holy shit. Goat is small, bird is tall. Tape them both to the wall. But no, I think I am not bothered by mean comments. Typically, I'm not bothered by mean chat messages. Like, you get used to it. You either get used to it or you quit when you're a content creator and you make it to a certain size. But the thing that actually gets under my skin is people making assumptions about me and declaring me to be certain things or do certain things or think certain things and then decide they don't like me because of it. That apparently gets to me. I like that is a new discovery.
Guys,
that is
don't
a
listen to
relatively
him.
new
He's
discovery.
a furry.
I definitely used to respond poorly to negative comments and then I got over it, but I hadn't really had time to understand and internalize why some comments were getting to me. So I'm sorry that you all were like present for that epiphany. I'm not stinky. I shower every day. Damn it. Motherfucker. I guess just, it's frustrating because then people just decide that I'm bad. Or evil because of it. If you think I'm bad or evil, do it for a real reason. Hate me for a real reason. Stinky. Not the cannons in our hands, indeed. Also, Hacker. Oh, you guys. Hacker just finished the base game of Outer Wilds, and I'm so proud. What a beautiful game. What a beautiful game. No, it's special. Hacker played the whole thing on stream. I missed some of it, but I want to catch up on the VOD. Bird steals shiny things equals bird evil equals you evil. Yes. I've been found out. I've said it before, but I suspect that Outer Wilds is going to be insanely influential, just the games influenced by it haven't come out yet. Yeah, it's time for Echoes of the Eye. Echoes of the Eye, speaking broadly, no spoilers, but Echoes of the Eye is such a great complement to the base game. It's different enough to be interesting, but still has such an interesting interaction with the core themes of the base game. Speaking broadly, so you hate nuance? I cannot add an asterisk to everything I say on stream, motherfuckers. Can we hate you for raising our tolerance to cursed content so high that most things that should be weird now feels mild? All that means is that you're ready for the good stuff. I want to thank all the subs too, by the way. Mag6, thanks for the 7 months. Griffcat, thanks for the 11 months. Coffee Kindred for the 50 bits. Disgruntled for the 9 months. Congratulations. Enjoy your placenta. Mathman for the 7. Euthylania for the 11 months. Grizzly Boar for gifting a sub to Toontush. Aw. Tebow for the 8 months. Buck the Star for 13. And Zumba Fitness for 20. Damn. Thank you so much, all of you. Everyone, I have I have such plans for stream. I have such things coming down the pipeline, and I cannot tell you. And it hurts. It hurts, the things that I cannot tell you about. You do get to know about the Great Gaslight that's coming soon. I have such sights to show you. Actually, Pinhead has interested me in Dead by Daylight, which we will play eventually. So, you guys, I have irons, yes. I have irons in the fire. The Great Gaslight is coming soon, where I taste King of Duck Shit Fragrance Oolong. The thing is, duck shit tea has nothing to do with ducks or their feces. But what we're going to do is I am going to title my stream Taste Testing Duck Shit Tea. And everyone who comes in for the on the just chatting page, like everyone coming in to see me drink duck shit, we are going to gaslight them together. I want all of you to play in. I want you all to play into it. I want you all to be disgusted. I want even like the people with their teapots going, "Oh my god, disgusting." And then after a while of taste testing this stuff, I have plans for this. I'm going to take like the little bits of leaf, like the little bit of leaf that always gets through. I'm going to show it on the stream and be like, "Oh, look at the little nuggets that are there." You can see them coming off. I made it up. I'm going to play that one myself. Hold on. What? Oh, it's fucked. I need to fix my soundboard. Okay, that's fine. Can I fake gag? You're damn right.
I made it up. I made it all up. I make stuff up all the time.
You all have my back. Thanks, Grizzly Boar. Just a bit too much of the tea taste in this batch. Yeah, Scoring the Great. I'm going to taste test some King of Duck Shit aroma. And we're going... It'll draw out the... Don't admit that. It'll draw out the real weirdos. Good. More... I want disappointment. What if the company double gaslights you and actually sends you real duck shit tea? I don't think they do that. Maybe? You know, hopefully? Fingers crossed? By the way, I hope I didn't make anyone too uncomfortable kind of early on in the stream. I feel bad about that. Okay. I hope I didn't. Oh, you're welcome, Scratchy, for introducing you to Sissy Hypno. Never understand Westerners liking shit. Hey, duck shit tea. Okay, so the truth about duck shit tea, there is no duck shit in it. It has nothing to do with the process. They don't even put it in the soil, to my knowledge. No, I'm okay, Starry. If I get that upset, I'll just like go to BRB. If I get that upset, I just step away. I don't get properly angry very often. Like, I'm trying to think when the last time I got properly angry was. been a long time. Fart guy? Oh no, I wasn't mad. That was amazing content. Fart now, please, King. Fart for freedom. I get frustrated. I get annoyed. I don't get angry very often. Even in times where I would be. Why would I rank the JT cancel guy? That riled me up a bit. I don't know. That got me like a quarter of the way to proper like tunnel vision angry. It ruffled my down, yes. Sippy. I'm just drinking water right now. I had some tea earlier, and then I'm gonna have my mom over for tea later. I'm gonna share with her some of the lovely tea that's like stuffed in bitter melon. Spectral. No. The reason that person got under my skin, they didn't make me angry. The person whose comment made it to my phone while I was playing board games with Corey and Elise. The reason that got to me was the same thing I was talking about earlier. People assuming that I am a certain way. Like, this person was accusing me of being, what? Homophobic, transphobic, misogynistic. What else? Just accusing me of a bunch of random shit. Racist. That was one of them. Dragonwell is so nice. Who is this? I don't know, some random fucker. The shotgun cancel. Yeah, exactly. Just stick them all in there. One of them's gonna stick. So, one thing that I really like, by the way, that I wanted to just watch with all of you, I love ROV footage. Okay, for those of you who don't know, an ROV is, like, this is, by the way, complete hummingbird brain. Floyd Rosa's message got filtered. Fred Grand Dragon of the KKK Knutson. Hold on, I want to see the things I'm being accused of. Fred has been running a dogfighting ring out of my basement for months, and he won't stop despite me leaving several passive-aggressive notes about it. Yeah, how am I gonna get canceled? Here we go. Okay, hold on, I like this. How do you even get that from anything you say? Motherfucker was trying to cheat at Bigot Bingo. Did they make fake evidence? No, they just said it. Yes, the famous homophobe whose community is mostly LGBT. Oh, yeah. Am I the right kind of white? I think so. I'm Norwegian, British, German, or Austrian. Probably some Austrian in there. Fred won't show us the shipwreck footage. Frederick Newton is a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. Why are you accusing me of being based? You once set a drink on the table without a coaster. Accused of impersonating an owl. I heard Fred assassinated John F. Kennedy. That's a real one. Also, you are again accusing me of being based. No, I don't know. The newest initiate of the Avian Brotherhood. For real, the assassination of JFK is just so brutal. Whew. I listened to the last podcast on the left episodes about it. Just whew. Frederick Nutsfat once engaged in a gratuitous highway shootout with me. I didn't do the shooting. I was just very close behind the cars. I was just past so that they could shoot. Frederick was awfully quiet on the... What? 8th of September? What happened then? God damn it. Motherfucker. I was the person on the grassy knoll. I heard Fred was once inappropriate with a ferret. Well. I heard Fred moves orthogonally. Omnidirectionally. Fred once broke down my apartment door to tell me to play Outer Wilds and then pet my orange cat without calling him a good boy before snorting cocaine on my bathroom floor. Everything about that is based except for not calling the cat a good boy. Okay, what? Fred's been taking CIA money to destabilize the revolutionary owl movement. Fred once drank water out of a cup and didn't put it in the dishwasher. I always do that. Fred once coaxed words out of my mouth by being excessively nice to me. Spectral. You're such a sweetheart. Fred made the killdozer. Again, why are you accusing me of being based? Fred smoked all my salvia and then faxed the Eye of Argon to a sex shop in Palm Springs. That is very specific. That is very specific. How did you come up with that? Anyways, so ROVs are really cool. Next bit. Check this thing out.
Whoa, so that is...
So we believe this to be a fossilized part of a skull of some type of whale.
So, if you guys don't know, there is a YouTube channel called EV Nautilus where it is a research vessel. It's a research vessel that goes out with an ROV and does a lot of like mapping of the seafloor. And they live stream themselves doing it. It's awesome. And sometimes they'll post clips.
Cool.
So right now, this is 2 kilometers under the water. They do like deep sea dives with an ROV. So, for those who don't know how an ROV works, okay, so check this out. You have a little fella on the bottom of the ocean. Basically, you got like a box, and this box has like little motor, like little motors on it, like boo, 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 and it goes whoosh, but not very fast. These are very slow. And these things will be equipped with like little grabby arms. Little grabby arms. They'll be able to grab stuff. And this one, so they'll be tethered to a ship. They'll be tethered to a ship up top. Look, I know they're not sailboats, but You know what? Here, we'll just do like. Meep, 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 meep. Doop, doop, doop. Here's a boat. So they'll be tethered up to the boat, and the boat will be equipped with like gyroscopes inside of it that will keep it in place. So a lot of modern research vessels have very precise GPSs that they can use to like. It's hard to keep yourself still on the ocean, so they will keep themselves stable through GPS. So they just stay in the same place to allow the ROV to explore specific areas of the ocean floor. And also so these things will go like kilometers under the water, and it's incredible. One thing you'll also note from these things is they have laser eyes. Pew, pew. They have 2 of them, and these are a fixed distance apart, so you can tell how large something is. They are not binocular, so they have lasers to help determine the size of something. But they also have these arms to manipulate things. They're very slow, mostly just for vibing. they vibe on the seafloor and collect video footage and take samples. Oftentimes they'll grab things with these arms and like they'll have a little sample receptacle. There. Like a little receptacle. Me. Sample goes in there. They just put like stuff in there. Yeah, I'm talking about the Nautilus channel. I'm checking out. Well, I just wanted to watch Nautilus videos. Look, I just want to watch them. Look at this.
Manganese encrusted, so you know it's super
Very
old.
old, yep.
If it's already Pharaoh encrusted, like millions of years?
Probably. I mean, it kind of depends how thick the crust is, but just having any sort of coating of crust just proves that it is very old.
So, see those green
So what
lasers?
caught your eye as letting you think that this was a whale fossil?
Steve from shore saw it. I missed it 100%, but I'm not even trying to describe it. Just angles are wrong. Everything we've seen around here, got the botryoid crust on it that's exposed, and so it's been exposed longer. Everything else has got rounded edges and is kind of lobate, and this is a long linear feature with different striations. It just looks different.
I'll show you my long linear feature.
Do you think it could be like a piece of wood, or it's got to be a bone?
Wood wouldn't last long enough down here to get manganese encrusted. Yeah, and the
Look at
more we
that.
look at this, the more convinced we all are that it is probably the lower jaw of some type of beaked whale.
Did you say a beaked
Beaked whale, probably.
That's
Potentially
a
a
good
dolphin. Some kind of Odonocete or toothed whale in some form or fashion.
Take that, megalodon tooth. I think we just one-upped you.
All right, I think we've got the images we need if you want to stow it.
A fossil of 682.
I was not expecting that explanation.
Does look different than the rock around it.
Yeah, it could be.
It is.
Oh.
Everyone gets a
What?
bone.
That's so cool.
That it is!
Woohoo! Let's go!
Let's go.
How many is too many?
That's awesome.
Well, let's take a
Their enthusiasm is so infectious.
look, because if it's in better condition than the other one,
I would just like one that has like some morphology intact that someone in the paleontology department could look at.
we're gonna have to go in and be like, you got to look at this bone.
What happens after they like classify, do all their research on the whale bone? Do they put it on display? Where does it go?
It depends. It depends on who's interested in it.
In the MCZ archive, is there like shelves of bones and stuff?
Yeah, so in our collection space, that's where all of the specimens are kept, except for the ones that are on display, obviously. Anyone can request specimens, and they can be loaned out. People can analyze them, do what they want with them within reason.
That was a wistful sigh. I almost became a marine biologist.
Beautiful.
What are you thinking?
Regardless, it's unusual enough that
Uh-huh.
we should probably grab it. Oh yeah, I think. Oh nice, fell right into place there.
Not an outstanding grab right there.
You might see about setting it down.
A
and you might be able to get
marine
under it a little bit, right?
biologist. Hoorah. So there is definitely like an alternate timeline where I became a marine biologist because I was burnt out on schooling after high school and I needed a year or two, but I got a scholarship and I wanted to take advantage of that. So I just went straight into college and I took chemistry and I got a C. I was just struggling for no good reason because like I should have understood all of it, and I was just having such a hard time on something that should have been easy, relatively, and like that. Realistically, if I were to go back and do it, I could probably do it just fine. And I went into language. I went into literature, and obviously I'm happy about it, right? I like where I am. I like what I'm doing. I would not be able to do what I am doing had I not gotten a literature education. But there are some times where there is something in my lizard brain that just sees the bottom of the ocean and this calm comes over me. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be. Does that make sense?
We need to cross the gap.
Hey, Bailey. In case any of you don't know, Bailey is the person who is behind the voice of Boo's Adventures Wiki. Boo's Adventures of me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I want a cradle instead of...
Oh, that. Yep. Ooh, I like the idea.
Yeah.
This is likely a whale bone.
Vexthra says, it's just
Fossilized.
Innsmouth calling you back home. Fuck off.
Fossilized whale bone. So we've seen a couple of them out here before, which is pretty remarkable given how little of the seafloor we've seen.
Oh.
Where's this gonna live?
Front port side, front basket.
Compact disc.
What is that?
You
Which
know
one?
I keep the
This one?
motherfucking thing on
Is
me.
that a rock?
Is it a beak?
I will.
How's that look, doesn't it?
That looks pretty bony.
Oh.
That
And
looks
it
pretty
is.
boner.
We have a fossil. Ooh.
That does look very beaky, actually. Looks like that top part of a skull, like a beaked whale skull. Dang,
Are we
good
grabbing it?
grind,
Oh,
and
grab it.
getting down the middle. Grab it.
Let's go.
The ship has stopped already.
Let's
so
go.
good.
You know it's exciting when Annie changes the intonation of the let's go.
Yeah. Wow.
You learned a lot about ocean
would
stuff through
be
Claire, especially
sample
whale
144.
falls. Aren't they so interesting? So for those who don't know, a whale fall is when whales are really interesting and incredible parts of the ecosystem because when a whale dies, its body will oftentimes waterlog and like sink down to the bottom of the ocean. And when they do, ecosystems, temporary ecosystems crop up and start eating the corpse. So, like, every part of the whale eventually gets devoured, even, like, inside of the bones. The only thing that is left is the bone at the end, picked completely clean. These ecosystems just spontaneously spring out of nowhere. Incredible.
Ooh.
30, 40.
Or end up on a beach in rural Oregon. Hey, Bailey, have you seen the exploding whale? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say the exploding whale? Oh. Bailey doesn't know. We're going full spaghetti Bob. Let me see. Yeah. Exploding whale, Oregon. Here we go. K2 News. Right. K2 News re-uploaded this. Like the local news station. Okay. This is incredible.
It had to be said, the Oregon State Highway Division not only had a whale of a problem on its hands, it had a stinking whale of a problem. What to do with one 45-foot, 8-ton whale dead on arrival on the beach near Florence? It had been so long since a whale had washed up in Lane County, nobody could remember how to get rid of one. In selecting its battle plan, the Highway Division decided the carcass couldn't be buried because it might soon be uncovered. It couldn't be cut up and then buried because nobody wanted to cut it up, and it couldn't be burned. So dynamite it was, some 20 cases or a half ton.
Dynamite.
The whole
Their solution. So part of the problem, part of the reason that they came up with the solution was it was technically the highway's responsibility, I think. Like their department was the one that was supposed to do it. So they decided to use a half ton of TNT to blow up the corpse.
Was that the long-dead Pacific gray whale would be almost disintegrated by the blast, and that any small pieces still around after the explosion would be taken care of by seagulls and other scavengers. Indeed, the seagulls had been standing nearby all day. As everything was being made ready, we asked George Thornton, the highway engineer in charge of the project, for his final observation.
Well, I'm confident that it'll work. The only thing is, we're not sure just exactly how much explosives it'll take to
Yes, the Highway Division.
Things, so the scavengers, seagulls, and crabs and whatnot can clean it up.
Is there any chance it might be more than a one-day job?
If there's any large chunks left, and we may have to do some other cleanup.
Hey, Mom.
Other charge.
The dynamite was buried primarily on the leeward side of the big mammal, so as most of the remains would be blown toward the sea. About 75 bystanders, most of them residents who had first found the whale to be an object of curiosity before they tired of its smell, were moved back a quarter of a mile away. The sand dunes there were covered with spectators and landlubber newsmen, shortly to become land blubber newsmen, for the blast blasted blubber beyond all believable bounds.
You get a wild?
Here we go. That image, this image lives in infamy. This particular blast shape has become a meme. Look. You can see the chunks. So you can see the problem already. There's a giant chunk falling down.
Our cameras stopped rolling immediately after the blast. The humor of the entire situation suddenly gave way to a run for survival as huge chunks of whale blubber fell everywhere. Pieces of meat passed high over our heads while others were falling at our feet. The dunes were rapidly evacuated as spectators escaped both the falling debris and the overwhelming smoke.
Look, someone's car got crushed by a chunk of falling meat. Oh, God.
A parked car over a quarter of a mile from the blast site was the target of one large chunk. The passenger compartment literally smashed. Fortunately, no human was hit as badly as the car. However, everyone on the scene was covered with small particles of dead whale. As for the success of the effort...
It atomized the rotting... Okay, not atomized, but it...
Well, this is cool.
Exactly. Yeah, it's whale fall. They fucking... This dead whale was aerosolized, and everyone got coated in dead whale stank.
Well, the seagulls who were supposed to clean things up were nowhere in sight, either scared away by the explosion or kept away by the smell. That didn't really matter. The remaining chunks were of such a size that no respectable seagull would attempt to tackle anyway. As darkness began to set in, the highway crews were back on the beach burying the remains. including a large piece of the carcass which never left the blast site. It might be concluded that should a whale ever wash ashore in Lane County again, those in charge will not only remember what to do, they'll certainly remember what not to do.
What not to do. Yeah, no, this is gonna be a smell that just a shower won't remove. No respectable seagull would try. You've heard of shark stink Iowa, but what about whale stink Oregon? I love this so much. How many views does this have? 17 million. 17 million views. And this is a re-upload. Oh, bless these absolute morons. Oh.
Like 45.
Pretty cool.
No, come on. I didn't trust that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Measurement there.
Oh, come on now.
Okay, there's 10.
10. 10.
When I measure.
Yeah, no, Bailey, the hilarious thing is half a ton of TNT wasn't enough for their purposes. That's the irony of it. It's so much TNT and like it just caused more problems.
Or something.
30. Well, it's like 40. Well, you wiggled at the end.
All right.
It'll go right in.
We do have
Open
the
the
two
box.
opening box.
Like a glove.
They tried to dodongo it. Oh my god, they did. They tried to blow it up like a dodongo.
That's not going to close very
If your
much.
glove
Yeah.
was a
Is it all
little
the way
bit
in
too
there?
small.
I mean, you could ride along, and then, you know, when we come up, we can put the Magnum on it.
Yeah.
Love it. Ugh. I love this shit. I eat it up. I see ocean and I am at peace. I want to go diving again. It's been so long since I've scuba dived. I really enjoyed it. Maybe I'll do it more when I move. What's your favorite thing about crabs? Favorite thing? What do you mean thing? Like just aspect of them? I can't say that I have ever thought to enumerate that. They're cool. I love the way that they wiggle their claws around. It's very cute the way that they grab things with their claws and then pull them into their mouths. Like they look very dainty.
And permission to go ahead and release.
Oh, a heart condition. Ooh, that'll get you. Yeah. Vex and I watched a really interesting documentary recently about a free diver who married another famous free diver, and this woman died doing this free dive after proper safety precautions weren't taken. She was trying to get the record for the deepest free dive, and her husband was like manic about her getting the record, but didn't have proper safety precautions, and when she got down to the depth, to her final depth, her ascent, you're supposed to have effectively a balloon that inflates and takes you back up, sends you shooting back up to the surface. It didn't inflate at all. What's really suspicious is the husband allegedly would not let anyone near the tank to inspect it. That's interesting. Just didn't want anyone else taking too close of a look. I don't think he ever went. He got investigated very lightly, but no, she didn't get the bends. You don't get the bends from free diving. You can't get the bends from free diving. You only get the bends if you are breathing air, like compressed air, because then more nitrogen is allowed. Like you ingest more nitrogen and it gets dissolved in your blood. Then when you come up too fast, the nitrogen isn't able to dissolve out of your blood, and it instead creates bubbles. That's what the bends is. You cannot get the bends from snorkeling or free diving because you have to be breathing compressed air. However, you are susceptible to other things like nitrogen narcosis, where you effectively get drunk when you're that low, and it becomes hard to do things correctly. What else? Like there are a lot of other problems. You can lose consciousness because you just run out of oxygen in your body because you're holding your breath for minutes at a time. It's rough.
I know I've said this before, but once you zoom in, there's like a million things to see. It's great.
Well, you can even see the lobster's little feeder antennas.
Aw.
Little feathers.
Oh yeah, so that's
Is
mostly how it eats?
Yeah.
It doesn't use its claws for anything?
It's a hunt?
I'm not sure.
Nope.
To
just
battle.
to haunt our dreams.
It's so they could be more sensory.
Yeah. Oh,
you know,
right.
And then they're using their claws still to move things to their mouth. But they
The
use those to
fuzziest
sense
looking
taste.
squat lobster we've seen.
Hey, we done with this
I
guy?
don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
so. I could watch it for a while, but let's be done with it.
There's actually a very interesting documentary that I watched a while ago about a deep, like a commercial deep diver who, after a series of very unfortunate mishaps, ended up being disconnected from his air source and nearly died. Should have died. Definitely should have died, but survived. What is that called? Hold on. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I'm sure that someone remembers the name. Someone in my chat remembers the name. It was quite a good documentary. No, it's not cave diving. I will never go cave diving, but this was not about cave diving. Hold on. I'm sure if I Google it, I can find it. Last Breath, I believe. Yes, it's called Last Breath. It's a very interesting documentary. Quite well made. I quite liked it. I know it got mixed reviews, but I found it quite compelling. I think that is one of those documentaries where maybe it plays it up a little bit hard, but it was very interesting because they recreated the accident. They didn't literally like almost kill someone, but you know what I mean. They they got the divers and a lot of the people involved to reprise the incident effectively. Can we do it again?
It's a stunning shot.
So, theoretically, this would be the third sighting of this jelly.
Look at that fellow.
Yeah. Right.
Look at those fellows. Look at those fellows.
Ever. So we saw one last week. Where was the first sighting? Not last
I
week.
think it was about 8 years ago.
Okay.
Okeanos Explorer.
Megan, you remember what this thing was called?
It's a narcomedusa.
Narcomedusa, chat.
Bathychorus, more specifically.
So beautiful. So, I mean, you can really see there that modified frill, as they call it, is a fin attachment that's used to bring them up in the water column, believed to avoid predators and to find new spots on the seafloor with lots of food. sea cucumbers are super cool that they eat with these paddle-like appendages in front of their face that are kind of like sticky paddles that they put down in the sediment and then bring up into their mouth.
Look
like
at that.
licking off food off your palm, just like palming
so
your food
weird.
and stick it in your mouth. You can see a couple of those.
This is a jelly, right?
Looks like this one's also got some kind of associate. It's just spinning out of view now, but it might have had a parasitic copepod or something similar on its back.
So cool.
Ooh, I wanna
Look at
see
it,
that.
all its feeding tentacles tucked in except those little tubes that are coming around to its mouth. Hello, friend. Great flying, Dan.
Aw, all curled up, like it's ready to take a nap.
Wow, jellies are so
Or
interesting.
maybe it's just being
Oh,
shy.
so you hate fish?
Oh, aerodynamic. Hydrodynamic. It's coming right for us.
Sorry.
Whoa, that's a cool view.
So
Look at that.
cool.
Whoa, you are such a beautiful creature.
Oh, it really is coming right for us.
They're so cute.
Ah, Yoda worm.
Oh, so you hate mammals?
Yay.
What is
Yes.
An acorn worm?
Did you say acorn worm?
It's so.
Yeah, it's a type of acorn worm. This might be in the genus Yoda. Yeah, these are really nifty looking creatures.
Yeah.
So
What
is
the
that
fuck?
like the track coming from behind it, or is it like?
Yep, that's its poop basically.
Okay.
So just like the sea cucumber, it ingests sediment, processes it through its intestine, and then leaves a circular fecal trail.
All right, let's start getting those species IDs out.
It's technically shit. It's mostly sand. It's mostly just sand.
Let's go.
I wonder what the tea made from it would taste like.
We're in kind of a really diverse area for sponges, it looks like. Oh yeah, and there is a yellow coral. Can you maybe pan to the left a little bit? Ooh, okay, so this looks like a plexaurid. We haven't seen this type of coral yet, I believe. Tunicate, oh my god, this is a great shot. Tunicate in the background as well. Mushroom coral, of course, in the back too. And a bamboo, a branched bamboo.
If Fred was in Victorian Britain, he would drink the mummy tea. Fuck off.
Sponges or glass sponges?
Yeah, that is one of the most obnoxious parts of... Maybe it's apocryphal, right? But allegedly, British people would grave rob mummies and then turn the mummies into... Like, they would make tea out of their bodies and their wraps. Is that real? Because I've heard people say it, and I am dubious. It was a medicinal trend. Like, I'm ready for a historian to be like, actually, I know that paint was made from it, but like, paint has been made from everything. I have talked out of my ass enough times to learn better. Hopefully. I'm trying to be better about it anyway. I don't want to just say wrong shit. By the way, you guys will call me out when I'm being a shithead, right? You guys were trying to call me out earlier in stream when I was being uncomfy. I just didn't listen.
These are all glass sponges. From what I can tell, this dive has really been
Yeah, call me out on shit.
sponges. So really cool, neat little rock right here.
Ooh, this looks like one of those flying squirrel suits.
A weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen this one before.
It's playing dead.
It's munching on something.
Oh.
It has a little urchin. It's holding a small urchin.
Ooh.
So I still think this is probably some type of pteraster.
I'd egg you on for
It's
content.
probably a
Fuck off.
hymenaster.
No, Nady would egg me on. Nady is
But
the
it's a
egg
little bit
master.
different coloration, and I don't know how much the coloration varies among these, but I think this is some type of hymenaster, which is still a type of slime star.
Oh, a slime star.
But this is not the
Slime
ones, I would say,
star.
that look all that
Oh, you mean me?
normal to me.
Whoa.
Full zoom.
So it does not appear to be eating the urchin, at least not in this moment. It might be attempting to eat it and is having trouble negotiating through its spines. Or it might have just run over it by accident.
I feel like it's showing off for us.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh yeah, Bailey, I've been nibbled on by a sea dollar. Or sand dollar. Sand
That's a
dollar.
big one. That's one of the biggest ones I've ever seen.
Look at that fellow.
Ah, sorry.
And what is that thing again?
It's a solitary
Oh, your girl Bath.
hydroid.
Thanks for the 4 months.
Come down a little faster for me.
I'm
Does look
gonna
very
level
loud
with
out
gonna level with you, Bath. I've had a
So
bit
that
of a shitty
little
week.
out there.
Orange thing.
This week has been kind of shit. That's probably why I responded negatively earlier. Not been well, but I'm doing okay. Okay enough now.
Inside, that's also part of it.
No, I got
I'm not
nibbled by
sure.
a sand dollar
When
once.
after we get a second of
Yum.
prettiness here, I'd like to zoom in closer because that looks a little weird to me.
So because this is a hydroid, it's part of the Cnidarian family, correct?
Yep.
Oh, hey, Treen. I just want you to know that the thumbnail for your stream currently is you staring at the puckering butthole of a sea creature. Good. I want people to know that when they come in here, they're getting ocean asshole. Salty ocean asshole. Hit play.
Wow. Is that an anemone inside of a hydroid?
Scorn.
Oh my gosh, look at that gorgeousness.
We'll scorn.
That's certainly different.
Mike and I will scorn.
What are we looking at in the center there? Like it looks like
Just a matter of
sunflower
when.
seeds, except clearly not.
Oh, thank you, Bailey.
Yeah. So looking at my reference pictures, it is. I've seen that mainly retracted, but that is part of the organism. This is a Corymorphidae. I've just never
Ooh.
seen that the central tentacles extended that far.
Oh,
before.
interesting.
So those are tentacle.
That's
so all
part of
those
it.
are just
It's all
different
one creature.
Variations of tentacles. So we've got the outside tentacles, the bright orange tentacles, and then the little tentacles that look like sunflower seeds.
Ooh.
I
I've never
don't know enough about the anatomy of this, but yeah, I believe all three of those are parts of the organism.
Wow. One of those cases.
Hello.
So, like, something that's very peculiar about creatures in the ocean is that sometimes when you look at a creature, it's not actually a single creature; it is a colony. And actually, it's theorized that this is how multicellular beings came to be, where you had colonies of microscopic organisms, and they gradually started to evolve to specialize, until eventually the distinction between them was lost, and they're all part of a single organism.
Chonicops highlights all the time.
Gotcha.
Love it.
Oh, that's cool.
Chana what?
Cops. Deep in contemplative thought.
Yep.
Staring into the void.
This has been me this week, coming to terms with the fact that my grandfather is not the man I thought he was. This has just been my mental state this week. Oh, thanks for the 13 months, newcomer. We're watching EV Nautilus videos. That's comfy.
Here I am.
Fun fact, all the big Chonocopses are girls.
What?
Why does that fish have arms and legs? Because a few fish have evolved to walk along the ocean floor.
Parasitic, and so all the big ones. Interesting.
Oh, so all the big Chonicops are
The tears in the
female.
rain monologue. Hold on. Oops.
Hello.
Skip to it. I need to skip to it. Here we go.
Seen things.
attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the 10-house gate. All those moments will be lost in time. Like tears in rain. Time to die.
The timing. Holy shit.
Rewind, highlight.
Oh my god.
Oh.
She's tensing.
Gonna go for it.
Aw, Ash.
Wait.
Yeah.
Thanks for the 6 months.
Oh, the lure.
That was pretty neat.
So we got
How you doing, Ash? I am indulging my hyperfixations today. Slush
really
is here too. Hey, Slush.
high diversity community here. See just
Sup,
about
both of you?
most of the major taxa here. We've got Chrysogorgias in multiple flavors. We've got Primnoids in multiple flavors. We've got Paramericias. We've got Anthomastus. We've got probably a couple bamboos behind us.
Hey, Bobber.
So
Oh
we've
my
got a
gosh, look at
whole
everyone
host
here
of different
today.
things here. So we're going to take an eDNA sample here.
Brian, key question of the whole expedition. Why do you think this spot has so much life?
Just woke up,
This
valid.
particular spot, I don't know. That is one of the things that scientifically drives me crazy. I don't have a really good mechanistic answer. I mean, the big picture answer is probably the current here is ideal for corals, broadly. But what that actually
Should've been
means
there, Daryl.
in terms
Hold it.
of periodic flow, steady flow, speed of flow, you know, all those kind of things I don't have answers for. And that is something that, you know, I would say it's one of the major drivers of some of my research questions is trying to understand that particular question of why this rock and not that rock.
Can you turn on the pen and tilt light? What Niskins do we have?
Niskin 4 looks good.
Weird dreams. Ash, to be honest, not doing great. Haven't been doing great, but I'm doing a little better. Doing a little better right now.
Yeah. So as we're moving through this just really impressive coral field, it's a good time to remind people that the area we're operating in right now is part of the U.S. exclusive economic zone north of the U.S. territories of Palmyra and Kingman Reef. And this area currently is under consideration for a proposed national marine sanctuary. And the public comment period to get people's input closes, I believe, June 2nd. And the link is on Nautilus Live. And there's a write-up on nautiluslive.org about what that means and ways to participate. But this is a really relevant time period for us to be here collecting this data, which is going to get fed right into the federal decision-making process about whether this area should qualify as a new national marine sanctuary.
Those are so pretty.
It's an Atalanta shot there.
Yep. Yeah.
God, that's beautiful.
Okay, you want to flag that Atalanta shot for a highlight?
I sure can.
So cool. Ugh. Yeah, you can see I've been watching Dead by Daylight videos.
Whoa, look at
A
that.
predatory tunicate.
That is so cool.
What?
So is that the predatory tunicate, or are we still unsure?
I am still unsure.
What?
That's so neat. You can see the little
Oh, it's
hole on the side,
wibbly
and
wobbly.
on the top. It looks like it has little eggs inside of it. It looks like he's smiling at us right now.
Yum, 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 yum.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look some stuff up on that one. That doesn't.
Doesn't quite fit the mold.
I'm pretty sure it's a tunicate of some type, but it's not what I'm used to seeing when I think about it being a predatory tunicate. And I don't know if it's gravid, if it's pregnant. I don't know what those dots are.
Is gravid just a fancy term for pregnant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so likely what we're seeing, these darker shapes in here are some kind of reproductive structure. For reasons we don't fully understand, a lot of these transparent organisms have trouble making their reproductive organs transparent. And so a lot of times what we see when you see these mostly clear things, when they have a dark body in them, a lot of times that's a...
Oh no, don't look at me being pregnant. Don't look, oh no, they can see me pregnant.
associated with reproduction.
That is so cool.
And the crinoid escapes. I love watching them swim.
Yeah, they're gathering one as a sample.
Yeah, I always forget that crinoids can swim.
Imagine being invisible everywhere except your dick. I mean, could you imagine the Invisible Man porn parody, except he just wraps his dick? At least he wraps it.
Great job.
Way to go, ROV team. That was awesome.
Roger, roger.
Ghost condom. Am I the only person who is very careful about what they click on YouTube for fear of fucking up their recommendation algorithm? Like, I will scroll forever and be like, if I click that, and I'm going to start getting recommended these videos. And then I don't want that. So, like, I have to be careful about my viewing habits, because otherwise I get fucked with my recommendations. Not the only one. I feel like it is adjusted my viewing habits in a way that I don't like, because I'm worried about what my recommended algorithm is going to look like. You saw that TikTok before? I don't know what TikTok you're talking about.
Oh, there's a jellyfish right above in the still cam.
Oh, highlight.
What is that?
Wow.
Beautiful.
Look at
Can I
this.
do a little zoom on that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Look at that symmetry.
Yeah, go ahead and do like a partial zoom.
What?
Angel Taz Devil says, I spent 30 minutes looking for the source of the Gluck Gluck hamster, and I was worried my feed was going to be full of finger family nursery rhyme bullshit. I mean, that just sounds like a win.
What is that?
Can we turn the lasers off?
I'd have never seen anything like that.
And it has
It's
that
like-
jet propulsion characteristic of a jellyfish.
I mean, that is a
Layla,
jelly.
Are you okay with the lasers off?
Such a weird looking jelly. That is terrifying.
That just like collapsed in on itself. Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
I've never seen one with this many arms. I
Well,
mean, it's only
they're
3, but
not
still.
arms. They must be modified tentacles.
Wow.
That's so weird. What the
Oh my
hell?
gosh. And then something else.
Oh, incredible.
Oh, a sea cucumber.
Oh, and look at the
Yeah, this is odd.
look at the topology of the sea floor back there.
No idea what it is.
This is what I was really hoping for to see. Jellyfish are my favorite sea creatures.
Really?
This is awesome. Yeah, so Steve said a helmet jelly with less tentacles. That looks pretty but also the way the tentacles are protruding from the
Likely
top
a
of it is
new
so cool.
Yeah,
species.
and like angled towards each other.
Yeah.
Wow, they found a new
Is it almond
species.
jelly?
Yes.
No, we don't know what it is.
Looks most closely to a helmet
That's so
jelly.
cool though.
That's our educated guess, but I'm not sure because this is
really interesting.
Wow, look at that. It was really cool when it flipped to the side. You could see the red
The mouth
underbody.
part.
What the fuck? No, don't bring up the throat
Gosh,
tickler.
that's so beautiful.
Wow. Now I'm set. I don't need a whale
I'm good.
shark anymore.
I'm good. That is so neat.
Such weird
Spore stream win.
Unless it like lost a force, I don't. Yeah, we
Man.
definitely should send. We should take good images of this and send it to Dougal and see.
What the
Gotta
fuck?
say,
I can't fuck this.
We're getting pretty good imagery on the Herc cam.
It'd be so cool if we could get it still.
I know.
Oh.
That's so fascinating.
Making a run for it.
What are the arms for, do you think? What advantage do they give it? What's their purpose?
Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful.
Catching food, you think?
Oh.
Love to see Fred make some freaks in Spore.
Man.
It's an onion from Pikmin. It is. Oh, you're right.
I know.
I didn't even think about it.
The rest of the dive chasing this.
Well, we're almost at the end of our watch.
Oh, there's Brian. Brian, have you
That's
ever
perfect.
seen anything like this? Incredible, right?
The Frederick Knutson stream stays on during sex, especially when he's talking about the origins of COVID. And how he's not racist.
Man, that is awesome.
That is so cool.
What have we seen so far? Like, does anybody know from our previous
They all
watches
seem
what
like
we've been
a
looking
lot
at?
of little different small things. Can we look at this? Oh yeah, actually that verse. Sorry, go to the right, go to the right.
Jelly.
Go ahead, zoom.
A little squishy.
Like partial.
Squishy.
Hold on. Look at that.
Is
More jellies.
what?
It's a
Hell
sea
yeah.
wait, sea dandelion. It's a sea dandelion.
Yay.
Those are my favorite. Wait, can we zoom on it a little more and turn off the lasers, please? This, when I was asked the other day what my favorite
Aw,
animal
fella.
was, I had to go without thinking.
Wow.
I said this.
Oh, look at it.
They are the greatest.
Look at the little. Oh my gosh, are those the What are these big protrusions where the tentacles are? Are those tentacles too? Oh, where are you going?
Okay, bye.
Where'd you go?
I think we got some good pictures there.
Little
How'd it go so fast? How did it scoot so fast?
Oh my gosh, are those
Watch.
the What are these big protrusions where the tentacles are? Are those tentacles too? Oh, where are you going?
What the shit?
Where'd you go?
I think we got some good pictures there.
It's gone. Little baby.
Zoom here.
It's okay, we saw it briefly.
So
It's
cool
fine.
though. That was really cool though. I love jellies. Oh, can we look?
That thing bailed faster than I would bail on another streamer's stream when they start talking about lol cows.
Look at that. Wow.
Wow. These corals
Keeping up
like
with
the
me.
overhang.
What is that? What?
Whoa.
Do
Myself-
we have a theory
hey.
why the corals like to be on vertical?
Flow, you know, you got a current
Yeah.
coming
Not.
along. You've made the space it
Still
has to
not
go through
looking over it.
smaller.
Nope.
It speeds up, so you get more. going
Nutrients.
through
Hey
the-
Julius, welcome in. Streams have been even more self-indulgent than they have ever been in the past, as you can tell because we're watching Nautilus videos.
Upwelling, I would
Because
imagine.
I yearn for the
So
ocean.
interesting. Sometimes
Look
it's
at
hard
that.
to
That is
differentiate
so
between the two.
cool. They're black
Wow.
crinoids.
Gold legs.
I haven't seen that. Those are zoanthids. Can confirm.
I guess I've seen a lot of purpley crinoids, but never that like
Yeah.
Vanta black crinoid.
And look at, those are like yellow.
Yeah.
It's a crab under the lasers.
Crab. Yeah, so
The
some of
ocean
this
will
yellow
consume me
is
one day.
fluoride,
It is
some of
only
is
fitting.
Hyperfixation. Another Faraday
Whoa,
sponge.
look at
What
this.
is
So
that?
pretty.
Wow.
So pretty. Can we zoom in on the purple? I'm not convinced that it's Victor Gorgia.
The little purple or the Bigger
The one to the left.
Look at all those worms.
I think it's. What else could it be? I don't know any other purple ones.
It could be
'cause
like-
the stem is very purple. Or no, what do you call that? Skeleton.
What's the distance between the laser points? I'm not sure. Maybe it has it in the description. It doesn't say.
See, some set Plexaurid is purple. So I'm wondering if it's that.
Oh, the
I think it's
worms
a
are
purple
like
Plexaurid.
slurped around it. They're so weird looking. Look like parasites.
Zoom in, Dave.
This one doesn't
Crab
have
fella.
the anemone, right?
Correct. Yeah, just a couple.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Oh, there's
touching.
two.
There's two.
They're
Yeah.
Oh, I think they're.
There's something happening.
Are they fighting?
Between them.
Why are they wrestling?
I don't really like the way that they move that much.
They're gonna hold hands.
Why?
Okay.
Okay.
Crabs holding hands. Oh, it's just like the crabs in Carl's genitals from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Wow. Whoa.
Lasers are spaced 10 centimeters apart. Okay, got your
Oh my
rising pressure.
gosh, yeah. You can see where the current is.
Yeah, rock also.
10 centimeters.
There's a very flowy
That's not a lot.
pattern to it.
Yeah, so what we have here is, from what I can see, we have, so the really big white coral is a primnoid. The things on top of it are more basket stars. And more specifically, the primnoid is Callitrophora, surrounded by paramericids, which used to be called acanthogorgias. But now they are under different classification, but this is a really awesome assemblage. We have some more of those feather stars on top of it too. Getting in that sweet, sweet current. This paramericid looks to be in.
Yeah, imagine you could crawl up on top of like a tree, lift your arms out, and just be able to eat that way. That'd be so cool. Historians will say those crabs were very good friends. Yes, like Sappho and her friend.
Infested with brittle stars as well.
What, like, there's a sculpture of, what was it? Achilles and Patroclus just being very straight, and they're like, I'll put it this way. Achilles is in between the legs of Patroclus.
So you can really tell that this is an area
Photosynthesis.
that
I wish I
gets
could photosynthesize.
good nutrient flow.
I wish I could
Which makes sense, it's on the
photosynthesize.
top. But really awesome area.
It's like a full garden here. Yeah, let's
Very straight.
We can keep moving. We'll find more, but
Listen here, they don't call these the United States of America.
Yeah, spectacular.
really cool
though. This thing's huge.
this is like really great assemblage.
That's a really great view.
You can only wonder how old it is, that primnoid.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. How old is it? Fellow.
Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, hey Nick. Aw, everyone appreciate. This is an Ash and Slush and Nick appreciation stream.
Whoa, that thing's huge.
Oh my lord.
Wait, why can't I see it?
Wow.
It's too far away.
How tall do you estimate that thing, the Iridogorgia is?
It looks like it's like 3 meters tall to me. But the distance may be playing tricks on our eyes, so let's let her get a little closer.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's almost Hercules tall.
Yeah, that coral's definitely pushing 3 meters.
A lot of
God, that's
streamers
cool.
coming
Nullity, thanks for the 9 months.
Oh yeah, those are all benthic
Sup, dork?
ctenophores.
And baby, you are.
Yeah,
You're
I
now
can't-
baby.
I
You're
can't
no
see the
longer
ctenophores
fetus.
Yet, but those streamers are usually feeding tentacles for benthic ctenophores. So, oh yeah, see this dark arm right there? That is all benthic ctenophores.
Holy
Just
moly.
lined up one after another with their feeding tentacles out.
Wow.
That entire arm has been taken over by little ctenophores. That's
Cool.
beautiful.
Man. Oh, and it's got a little squat
Squat
lobster
lobster.
up there too.
A
A
squat.
little associate.
That's actually what they're called? A squat lobster? I would think that that would be like a shitting technique that Mike dreamt up. It's a little guy.
Little friend hanging out with him.
A squat
Oh,
lobster.
there they are. They look like little spider webs. Wow.
There they are. Perfect. That's what I wanted.
So how did, because the ctenophores are just little comb jellies, how are they sitting there static and have all these little tentacles out?
They're actually holding on to the coral, so they approach it, they land on it, and I'm not exactly sure how they do this because they're so simple, but they basically suck on to the coral and hold on to it and then let their tentacles out to stream off in the current.
Imagine being part of the species that this dude just called simple. Fucking basic.
And it looks like there's probably a good 100 or so across the entire coral. You can see the lasers playing through, refracting off the tentacles.
Wow. Oh, that's such a gorgeous shot.
This has huge Subnautica vibes.
Seems like a pretty good coral plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Okay, go white.
Doesn't have the brain power to feel insulted. Oh, look at that fucker. Oh, look at him. He's so beautiful.
Oh, hey there.
Oh, was this so good?
Hey, little friend.
Look, it's a cool friend.
Bulbous.
Some type.
He's so
You said
round.
that so sadly. It's a squid.
No, I don't mean that. It might be a piglet squid, but I'm not.
Piglet squid.
Octopus of the subfamily Boletaninae. Pregnant. He's just a... This is how Diane Kelly sees me.
All eyes are closing.
Just a little scrote.
I've seen
A big ol'
so I know
scrote.
that they have seen like white piglet squids, but this is my first time to see like a red piglet squid.
I'm used to seeing a whiter one, but squids obviously are one of those things that can often change colors too, so.
Oh.
Very pretty.
Do they find any fish with wooden legs?
Oh.
Poor Leroy.
What is this? So interesting.
Zoom out just touch.
That sea cucumber is putting on a beautiful display.
This is an Anapaps, I'm going to get the Latin wrong here. Anapanastes
I know what this reminds me of.
is the name of this particular.
I know what this reminds me of. It's Silostra diaphan.
I love that it's translucent, so you can see its intestines right there.
Ooh.
Trying to get 60 seconds of smooth video, but not going to happen.
Ender Cobra says, Fred, this is the best stream ever. Oh, what was your favorite part? The part where I get like weirdly defensive about someone saying I don't care about Asian Americans, or the part where I showed a whale getting blown up with half a ton of TNT.
If I take my hands off the controls, maybe it will happen.
Ooh.
Look at it. Look at its body rippling like that. sanest Fred
I wish I
stream.
could look that mesmerizing when I was swimming instead of just looking like I'm drowning.
Okay.
So you're sure that's not the sea creature you'd want to be?
Maybe.
I like the part where Fred said it's hyperfixating time and then hyperfixated all over the place. You guys are basically joining me for stimming.
What in the world is that?
Looks like a character from Mario.
There you go.
Like Super Smash or something.
Oh, look at it. Look at it. What? It looks like a balloon with arms.
That is awesome.
I can think of several plankton that kind of look like that, but nothing that should be that big.
No. And it looks pink with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 arms.
Great flying.
Oh my gosh.
Really good flying.
Wow.
The little fella.
That might be my favorite thing so far.
But what was it?
Weird floaty orb.
I got nothing. I don't even know what phylum to start with on that one.
So if anybody is a fan of Pokemon, an online viewer says it looks like Minori, which is now about to be on a Google search. So cool.
This little ball sack is so interesting. Actually, hold on. I'm bringing out the autism creature inside of you. Good. It was Protist, right? There was something I wanted to look up. There's tunicates. Cause it's... What was it that I was looking at? I wonder... You know what?
Nice birdie. Good birdie.
Oh. Here we go. Protists. How do protists get around? Have you guys ever seen the YouTube channel Journey to the Microcosmos? It is
birdie.
Narrated.
Nice birdie.
Aw, you guys.
Good birdie.
I'm trying to be good. I'm still very embarrassed about, like, being so bothered in the beginning of stream. I feel guilty because I'm worried that I called someone out when I didn't mean to call anyone out. I don't want to make them feel bad. Because I understand, like, I don't know. I was just being overly sensitive. I feel bad about that now. I'm trying to be good. How about Hank Green? Hank Green's good. Can we journey to the microplastics instead? I have good news.
Up yours, woke moralists.
God damn it. I have good news, though. That journey, you're already on that journey, because it's already in your blood.
Now, this is a guess, because I wasn't there, and we don't have any clear records of this period of history, but at some point in the early history of life on Earth, it's very likely nothing could move. Cells existed where they were, they got sloshed around through physical processes, and survived when they ended up by chance in some place that had the necessary chemicals for them to continue their lives and reproduce. If that didn't happen, they just died. But since food is never evenly distributed on our world, and also sometimes you are food, being able to move is fantastic.
Vor fans in chat celebrating right now.
And so it has been selected for pretty intensely, so that now, in the microcosmos, almost everything moves. But before we get to how they do it, we have to confront a reality. You need...
They sloshed around because I cut the brake lines on their bike. God damn
to
it.
forget everything you
I
know
made it up.
about
I made it all up. I make stuff up all the
Things do
time.
not work the same when you are tiny. You and I are constantly moving through a
Yeah, when you're tiny like Leroy, you get teased.
fluid. It's just hard to feel it. Air. It's barely there until you stick your hand out of a car window on the highway. Then you feel that fluid. But for a tiny grain of pollen, air...
Chat out here feeling fluids as much as they can. Oh, getting slushed around. Yeah. Your emotes are so cute, Slush.
Air is a thick fluid that can keep it airborne for days. Now, sink that tiny grain of pollen into far more viscous water, and it's basically in a sticky glue. Imagine being completely submerged in honey, and you have a vague idea of what it's like swimming in the microcosmos. Which is why, in that microscopic world, when something stops moving, it just stops. You and I, if we push through the water, will coast for a bit as our momentum carries us forward. But for a single
thanks to
cell,
the sub,
the
Exitite.
viscosity of the water overcomes that inertia instantly. This can lead to organisms looking as if they're moving somewhat unnaturally to our eyes, which is, we think, why we've had several people ask us if our footage is sped up. But no, unless it says so on screen, all of our clips are in real time. These little folks can just move. And they need to move to search for food, to avoid predators, to get into or out of sunlight, to move toward chemicals they need or away from chemicals that poison them. And the wild thing is, with all the diversity of microscopic life, single-celled eukaryotes basically all move around in 3 or maybe 4 different ways. How organisms move is so important and so obvious when they're observed that protozoans, which is the general name for single-celled eukaryotes, are actually loosely classified by their style of movement. We've got ciliates, which move using cilia, flagellates, which move using flagella, and amoeboids, which move using pseudopodia.
Oh, you've never heard Hank Green so even-toned. What channel is this? This is called Journey to the Microcosmos. Hard recommend on this channel, you guys. It is so good.
Oh, and then there's Sporozoa, which we cannot show you a picture of for reasons.
Because it would get us banned off of YouTube. Imagine a creature made entirely of penises and racial slurs.
That will become clear. Sporozoa almost never move, and when they do, it's in a very weird
Actually, wait a minute. On YouTube, racial slurs probably won't get you banned on YouTube. Now that I think about it, considering some of the people on YouTube.
limited way. And the reason we can't show you a picture of one is that they are, every one of them, parasites. Many of them live inside of and cause disease in animals, so we choose to, not keep them around. But overall, among eukaryotes, we've got cilia, flagella, and pseudopodia. We're going to start with the shapeshifters of the microcosmos, amoeba. These cells can change their shape as they wish, allowing them to extend parts of themselves into features called pseudopodia. These extend in the direction they want to move and then solidify as the cell moves into the newly occupied space. Pseudopodia is Latin for basically false feet, and these extensions, which
Foot fans in chat molding right now. I can turn this up a
are
little bit.
half reaching arm, half
too loud.
cell body, are how these crawlers move and hunt. The secret here is that the cytoplasm of an amoeba can be easily changed from a fluid state into a solid state and back again. When an amoeba moves,
Oh, that's cool.
liquid
I actually did not know
cytoplasm
that.
flows through the center up to the tip of the pseudopod and then gushes to the sides, where it becomes more of a solid gel, allowing the cell to lock into its new location. Predatory amoeba create these extensions in all directions to trap prey between them. Once the prey organism is surrounded by the pseudopodia, the amoeba simply swallows it. The two
That
other
is my
main
commentary.
mechanisms of eukaryotic movement, cilia and flagella, are more common, and they're actually really similar, both functionally and structurally at the molecular level. Though they look like rods sticking through the surface, they're actually extensions of the cell membrane wrapped around rigid tubes called microtubules that are anchored in place. However, hydrodynamically, they're very different. They're usually an
Oh God, I'm
easily
late for work. Oh
countable
God, I'm
number
late for
of
work. Oh
flagella
God.
per cell, whereas ciliated organisms have huge numbers of cilia. The word cilia actually comes from the Latin word for eyelash, which makes sense as you can sometimes see them ringing a cell as our eyelashes ring our eyes. But in those cases, the cilia actually often...
Right, then there's diatoms, which have raphe slits along their outer shell that allows them to move in unknown ways. So just... They move by being, like, in mysterious way. What the fuck? That's so weird. Including one where they stick to each other in a chain and move on each other in a wavy motion, allowing them to swim. Wait, is that your thesis subject?
Cover the entire cell. They're just harder to spot against the background of all the stuff on the inside. Cilia move organisms by beating in waves over their surface. A cilium, which is the singular of cilia because Latin, has only two possible positions. During the effective stroke, the cilium sticks out perpendicular to the cell, and during recovery, it folds back towards the cell's surface. In most ciliates...
Wait, carbon-based? I assume you mean silicon-based life, because... We are carbon-based life. Oh, different diatom species. Gotcha.
The cilia are arranged in rows, and the cilia of a row don't move all together at once. When some of the cilia are in the effective stroke, others are in the recovery stroke. And in some ciliates, you can see the wave pattern this creates. And these waves are basically grabbing on to the sticky, viscous water, yanking the cell through. One added complication here, some ciliates have dense bundles of cilia called cirri. Cirri are used to walk on a solid substrate rather than pulling the organism through the water. Though it's the same structure, it is a bit of a different system of movement. Now, on to eukaryotic flagella. The motion of most flagella is characterized by this long wave-like beating pattern beginning from the base of the flagella and moving out to the tip. This is Facus longicauda. We recorded this footage in phase contrast, which makes the transparent parts of the cell more visible so you can see the beating flagellum better. Can you see it at the tip of the cell?
Wait. 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 Wait, did I mute this tab? I muted this tab. Okay, I'm done.
Chloroplasts in the cell like green peas, and the round transparent part in the middle of the cell is a starch-like carbohydrate storage unit called paramylon. Now, of course, as always, the deeper you look, the more confusing and amazing things get. Diatoms are sometimes completely non-modal.
That was not worth the time that I invested in that.
Also move by
that was not worth the time I invested in that.
Confusing and amazing things get. Diatoms are sometimes completely non-modal, but some species can also move by excreting mucus through their cell, slowly propelling them over a substrate. And finally, We said nothing in this entire video about the marvelous movements of prokaryotes like bacteria, and they have systems every bit, if not more ingenious than their more complex eukaryotic friends. But they are also tiny, so tiny that these structures can't be observed by microscopes like the ones we use. So we just have to be content knowing that they use structures that function similarly to the structures eukaryotes use, but that are made of completely different stuff. And all of these chemical structures, eukaryotic and prokaryotic, so complex and marvelous, were selected for through billions of years of evolution. And almost shockingly, just a few extremely effective systems of locomotion were uncovered. The result? We can watch them, these little balls of chemicals working to get what they need. They are each
balls.
a little soup that wants. Look at them, wanting. Thank you for coming on this journey with us as we explore the unseen world that surrounds us.
Oh, you can see the little
If you want to see more from our master of
at the
microscopes,
tip.
James,
I saw
check out
the
Jan and
Lidl,
Germs on
the
Instagram.
Lidl-y.
And if you want more from
There it
us,
is. There it is.
we've got a few videos over.
The little fella. The Little Soup That Wants is my favorite book growing up. Ah. What was it? No, that reminds me of the most bitter story I have ever read by Philip K. Dick called Cadbury, the Beaver Who Lacked. Literally the most salty I have ever seen a person. Oh, hey, Kijit. I was watching Kijit's stream last night. Just very, very cute rig. I was like, oh. I got excited. The beaver who lacked, no, lacked as in like did not have, not lactate slush. In your dreams. I look wonderful. Aw. 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 We are just hyperfixated. Remember when I said I was going to play Dead by Daylight because that has been my hyperfixation? And remember when I got so distracted by my other hyperfixation that I never got to that hyperfixation? Welcome to my fucking life. I gotta say, yeah, good head movements, right, Spectral? This iPhone that I'm using for tracking now is such an upgrade. I feel like I have to worry so much less, and it's so much more expressive. What was the name of that channel? It's called Journey to the Microcosmos. Let me link you that channel if you all want to watch more of it. In fact, we could watch more of it if we so desired. You guys want to watch another? The tube-dwelling architects of the microcosmos. Ooh, that sounds cool. I'm here for it.
This episode is sponsored by Squarespace. Go to squarespace.com/microcosmos to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Well, we'll do Dead by Daylight another time. The loathsome tube dweller. Oh.
Every time we see diatoms, we have to give it to them. They're just simply stunning. They're single-celled and major producers of the oxygen we breathe. But the real reason we love seeing them is because of their frustules.
You can't say that on stream.
Those silica shells they construct for themselves to live in. They're architects, building stained glass walls to float in.
Frustule is a really good word. Hold on. Does it have another meaning like outside of the context of microbiology? I'm curious. Frustule. It is specifically in reference to the external siliceous part of the diatom's cell wall. Huh. Specifically. New slur unlocked. Yeah, as far as I can tell, that is the lone definition. It's not like the word cell, which is a euphemism. Like the word, the name cell is euphemistic and descriptive, but frustule is apparently just a word someone made up. Apparently? Maybe?
And the effect is beautiful. But, apparently, diatoms are not content to rest on their ornate laurels, because some don't just construct a home
They're laurels? I think you mean yannies.
for themselves. They construct a much larger structure that houses a whole gathering of diatoms, an apartment building made of one long tube. Yes,
This is what the New World Order wants you to live in.
a tube. They're really striking to look at, like pieces of hay or strands of hair braided together. The tubes we're looking at right now come from Iceland. Our master of microscopes, James, sent his assistant Ella there on a microbe hunt, collecting samples from a bunch of different places. But they saved the marine samples for last, because those organisms tend to be more delicate to handle. So, on this last collecting session, James was on a video call, watching as Ella scanned the dock she was standing on. And along the submerged parts of the dock, James spotted tufts of brownish stuff peeking out as the waves broke. So he asked Ella to grab some and bring them back. The next day, she arrived at 6 a.m. and crashed on the couch, while James immediately grabbed the samples to take a look. And apparently, the entire time he was saying, "This is so beautiful." The samples that Ella brought back from the dock were teeming with diatoms.
It's shit.
Seems surprising that the waters of Iceland can bring forth so much life, especially during the cold and dark winter months. But this matches James's experience with the ponds in Poland he gathers samples from, which often end up dominated by diatoms during the winter, even as green algae numbers drop. Diatoms seem to be fairly hardy in the dark. One study found that diatoms survive longer than flagellates in extended periods of darkness. The researchers didn't find a specific reason why they're able to tolerate the dark for so long, but they theorized that perhaps the diatoms were more conservative in how they managed energy reserves.
Scientists studying this stream's viewers, how are they able to survive without sunlight for so long?
Others have also suggested that their survival might be due to oils stored in the diatoms, which may keep them better stocked compared to other organisms. Their survival in winter means that when spring rolls around, diatoms are often the first groups to bloom in polar waters. And perhaps these tube-like structures are part of their success. They're not found as often in warmer waters, but things are different when it gets cold. In 1994, a scientist found a whole bunch of these tubes along the Dutch coast in late winter. And by a whole bunch, I mean there were more than 10 billion diatom cells living in tubes per square meter. These tubular colonies,
Japanese architects listening carefully about how to pack people into even tighter spaces.
start with one diatom, secreting a thread of mucus from a pore, which it weaves into a tube. Living in a mucus tube might not have the same romantic feel as the diatom stained glass shells, but diatoms don't have much need for romance. As the
Don't worry. They don't need romance. We don't need to care about them. So anyways, Florida.
tube gets longer and longer, the cell reproduces asexually, dividing and populating the tube with more cells like.
Hold on. How many people do you think actually believe that ace people reproduce asexually or are trying to? Like, if I were to go out onto the street and like ask people, how do asexual people reproduce? How many of them do you think would answer like mitosis? A non-zero number. The number would be higher than 0. Budding. Hey, budding is a really good trait in Stellaris.
So they can travel through their shared home and add to it. With every...
What's that line from George Carlin? Imagine how stupid the average person is, and then realize that half of them are even stupider than that.
Cell, a new roommate and construction worker is added. A cell that can strengthen and add to the tube by producing more mucus. At times, the cells might reproduce faster than the tube can expand, at which point they might start
You can identify the lower half of people. No, I'm sorry, that's
to
rude.
create a
That's
little
rude.
side tunnel.
Never mind.
Their tube is a colony, and they might end up attached to surfaces like sand particles or a submerged Icelandic dock. And they're kind of similar to colonies we've seen on this channel, like
Oh my god, okay, actually, speaking of Iceland, the landscape of Iceland is absolutely fascinating. How many of you played Mass Effect? The original Mass Effect? And of those people, how many of you remember the toxic worlds? Like running around on them in the Mako. I shit you not, much of the landscape of Iceland looks like those toxic worlds. It is wild looking. Like, I thought that landscape in Mass Effect was outlandish, right? Like, exotic. No, that's just what Iceland looks like. It's wild.
Vox and their spherical gatherings. One thing that's strange, though, is that based on what little we know about these tubes, it doesn't seem as if these diatoms do.
Can we see a picture for reference? Hold on. I'm sure I can go to Google Maps. Like, hold on. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. I can just like zoom in on Iceland. There we go, Reykjavik. And here we go. I flew in Keflavik. So if I go like here, I know you guys can't see it. I don't want Google Maps to dox me or something. Here, this is pretty emblematic of it, I think. Here, I'll do like a screen grab real quick. So if let me see, pictures, nah. And here you go. Look at this. Look at this. It's fascinating. Like it's moss and like lichen or something. The colors, I feel like Google Maps is not capturing the vibrancy of the colors. It is very flat. Yeah, it's weird, but it's rocky. It's like, it's very rocky. No, it is fascinating. Never seen any landscape like it, and Google Maps is really not doing the colors justice.
Much to coordinate their activity. This is different from Volvox, where various cells take on different functions and they work together to create a better life for everyone. But some of these diatoms act like they've constructed.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. There's something I need to do. Okay.
Gatherings. One thing that's strange, though, is that based on what little we know about these tubes, it doesn't seem as if these diatoms do much to coordinate their activity. This is different from Volvox, where various cells take on different functions and they work together to create a better life for everyone. But some of these diatoms act like they've constructed a crowded city street just to ignore each other. A group of coworkers who don't even say hi to each other in the hallway.
Hold on.
That our flag was still there. Oh, save us, past our
They're little independent entities, countless ships passing in the night. And for those living in narrower tubes, there's no movement at all. They're simply stuck in place next to a family member they don't acknowledge.
Wait. Wait.
But there must be a reason they live together in these tubes. Otherwise, why bother with the time and energy it takes to start making a tube and to keep adding to it?
No, the French national anthem will come up the moment that, like, they make a colony and then immediately start, like, burning the colony.
The tube might be a form of protection, making the diatoms too big for
When they start chopping off the heads of other diatoms.
microbial predators to consume. But it's probably also a way to help the diatoms access light through a few different mechanisms.
The diatoms with more access to light.
To start, the tubes help lift the diatoms away from the substrate they might have sunk to, raising them towards any light that might penetrate the water. And as they float in the water, the tubes allow the diatoms to move with the rhythm of the waves, illuminating all sides in the process. At least, that's one of the possibilities for why these diatoms turn to tubes. But stepping back from the why, it's like we're starting to see more of who diatoms are. They're builders. They may have never set out to become that, but their approach to the world around them has been to build, to assemble.
I'm not going to look up the city skylines music, insert it here.
To make something functional and beautiful, even if the beauty is not the point. Thank you for coming on this journey with us as we explore the unseen world that surrounds us. And thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring.
Nope. Oh my god. Look at how much of the runtime is devoted to a Squarespace ad. I mean, I guess that's normal, but I don't know. Not my style. I still have never taken a sponsorship. I've eyed a few. There were a few that piqued my interest, but I didn't end up taking them. Stuff that, like, I personally think is cool. Like, there was a sort of hunt-a-killer style thing a while ago. Nebula has never reached out to me. Don't think so anyway. I'd have to go and check. If they did, it was years ago and I wasn't considering sponsors at the time. I'm paying my bills though, so I'm okay. Like I'm not in any. I live relatively frugally too. But I'm comfy enough. Twitch especially helps too. Twitch has legitimately, you guys all have helped to shore up the gap while I make this, because I've been doing well enough, right? Like, my channel is evergreen content. I've been doing well enough. But the majority of Patreon doesn't go to me. Like, over half of it goes to the rest of my team. And you know, content creation is my one source of income. But so Twitch has been very, very helpful in that regard. You all have been very helpful. I appreciate it. No, you guys keep me going so I can keep doing weird shit like this. Looking at weird things. And hyperfixating, and then sharing said hyperfixations. It's a good existence. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't awesome. Alright, you heard him, everyone, leave. Wait, hold on. If I start thanking everyone, people are gonna think the stream's ending. Fuck you for subscribing. Fuck you for watching. I love that mic clip so much. I need to find that mic clip. Because you realize when he, like, in the middle of the stream, when he thanks people for subbing and for watching, people think that that's the end of the stream when he's, like, half done. So he's stopped saying thank you. Because otherwise he, like, loses hundreds of viewers. He does it at midnight? That's true. He does it very late. He streams late. You know, I am definitely a night owl. No pun intended. But streaming early has been nice. That'll change after I move, but it has been nice. There was one thing that I wanted to share. Oftentimes I will bookmark things that I want to share with everyone. But this time, I only have one. I only have one thing in particular. Tuesday's stream. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, Tuesday, I have managed to rope in Andre and Leroy and Whiskey Dingo and Graffy to play Dead by Daylight in houses together. Like, we're all going to be just playing together. And that's happening Tuesday. But I hope if I'm just, like, not feeling it that day, if you don't mind if I just, like, play Dead by Daylight or more Cult of the Lamb. I want to keep playing Cult of the Lamb. I haven't had time to stream, really, outside of normal stream times. I've had too much going on, but I would like to. I would like to do that, like, during normal stream times sometimes. Murder is fun. Yeah, we do gotta play Dead by Daylight, Ash. We do. But I wanted to show you all one thing. I only bookmarked one thing between last stream and this stream. And it was a post from Weed Mubarak. Weed Mubarak says, "Dearest Hamiz left us a year ago. His story is a cautionary tale. Shortly before getting behind the wheel of his turbocharged Lambo, he masturbated. This depleted his body of crucial B vitamins, making it impossible to safely drive drunk. Ejaculation, not even once. Weed Mubarak. Bless you. If Hamiz had not made the decision to masturbate before getting behind the wheel, he'd be with us today. He'd driven that car drunk hundreds of times ever since he leased it. He leased it. Often over twice the speed limit. However, his depleted nutrients made the vehicle impossible to control. God gives his greatest vitamin deficiencies to his strongest warriors. Not even once. I'm gonna come. Woo. What was the quote? He quoted himself. Oh no, just one person quote tweeted him and said, "Here, understand." I love Weed Mubarak so much. Oh. There was one other thing. Have I shown you all Alpha Busa's / Speaker D's introduction to the world of darkness? I don't think that I have. Did I? Yes? I think so. Speaker D's nuts, yes. Yeah, I did do it once. Explaining Clown World. It is going to be relevant soon. I think it would be prudent to share it. To share at least just a little bit. Here we go. Just the first 7 minutes or so. It would be prudent of me to share it. As a primer to, something. Sorry about that, that was loud.
So there's this show, it's called Under the Parenting. You write it and you might have seen it. It's based in White Wolf's World of Darkness franchise.
Now paradoxes.
And follows mostly mundane people hunting vampires, werewolves, and other creatures of the night through the mean streets of Norfolk, UK. A lot of people in the comments section report really liking it. So, thanks, guys. But lots of comments also mention they'd want to learn more about the setting. Not just hunter or vampire or whatever beastie of the week we present. The wider world of darkness. We got those comments a lot back in the old TTS days, but with Warhammer. And this time we thought we'd act on them. So that's this. So, if you want to get into World of Darkness, let me be your guide.
I love Speaker D so much. The interrogation episode is bellissimo. Perfecto. Gonna level with you guys. Emperor Texas speech was great. Hunter the Parenting is proper fucking awesome. Like, Hunter the Parenting is just like a level. Don't get me wrong, Emperor TTS was good. But Hunter the Parenting is a level above. In its timing, its humor, its voice acting, it's next level.
Disclaimer. This is our first time ever doing a video essay, and so this is very...
Look at these motherfuckers apologizing. They're so sweet. But God, this whole video, by the way, we're not going to watch the whole thing. We're just going to watch the first, 8 minutes. But Watch this whole video, it is so good.
Experimental. Also, I am not the master godbrain who has been playing World of Darkness since, like, I was a protoplasm. This is the wad brain of someone who got into it, like about, a while ago, back in high school, and just my personal experiences. There's going to be people...
Would you guys like to know a fun fact? The first tabletop system that I ever played was Changeling the Dreaming, set in World of Darkness, the same setting as Vampire the Masquerade. Fun fact, yeah, that was my first experience in tabletop roleplay. That will not mean something to most people, but to the people it does mean something to, it'll mean a lot.
People that have been more invested, know more, and probably have a better idea of whatever the hell they're talking about than me. But I've got quite a reasonable perspective on things, and I like to think I know what I'm talking about.
that explains so much about your whole you. Fuck off.
This was a completely unscripted ramble. No, f*** you, Station. I'm Speaker D. This is Ogre Popenang. Whatever that means. And this is our very first video essay. So let's get started. Let's start with two things. Number one, World of Darkness is a tabletop role-playing game first and everything else second. There's video games, card games, books, etc., but it all sprang out of the tabletop setting. Number two, as this is a role-playing game, in order to immerse you best into the setting, we're going to start with you. Yes, you. Bear with me for a second. Have you ever gone on a solitary walk at night?
This music reminds me, we need to play a Nemoiopolis on stream. I still have not played it. I need to play a Nemoiopolis.
You walk under the pale glow of streetlights. Shadows smother your familiar surroundings. No one ahead of you. No one behind. No one but the faint sound of passing cars and an infrequent, dull hum. It doesn't really matter where. A suburban cul-de-sac, some dark corner of a city, or maybe a dirt road in the country. It doesn't really matter. Have you ever gazed up at those buildings, the ones cloaked by night, and wondered, what secrets are they hiding? Who uses this place? Who's in there?
Whoops.
That weird farmhouse you always pass, the crooked sign. The apartment above the boutique store, whose lights flicker rhythmically in the night. Or maybe the suburban home, the one choked with weeds. We've never seen anyone enter or exit, but you've always spied that same rusted car in the driveway. In our normal, everyday world, these things aren't that deep. Inside the farmhouse is a normal family. The apartment needs to call an electrician. The house is just vacant, or has bad owners. Simple as. The World of Darkness is a lot like our everyday world, but more specifically, it's the secret world. The one hidden just behind the mundane. The lights flickering in the apartment window aren't random. They're a signal. And when decoded, they tell their beholder the exact time and date of their death. Within that vacant suburban home, a coterie of vampires gorge themselves on slumbering neighbors. As the nights pass, more homes grow vacant. Missing posters paint the streetlights. And that farmhouse, the family? Normal as normal can be. But if you look with the right eyes, you'd see the spirits of the countless buried in the dirt, howling the names of their killers into bleak, uncaring night. World of Darkness packs dark urban fantasy just past the everyday periphery. But there's one more twist. Unlike our lives, where most people are shut out from grim and hidden workings, here, you're in on it. In World of Darkness, you aren't the man on the street. You are the vampire. You are the ghost. You send the signal. You bury the bodies. Sounds morbid. Gothic. It is. But you can throw all that in the garbage because World of Darkness is also Clown World. Hello, welcome. Dracula is real. He conned his way to vampirism and everyone hates him because he's famous.
That Dracula guy's a fucking scare.
It's an evil fast food chain that puts literal demons into their cheeseburgers. It is owned by the same corporate death cult that owns the evil beer company, doing the same thing to their beverages. The reason they do this? To subtly convince random people to beat their wives. This is not a joke! You want more? Oh, I can give you more. In 1914, a deranged inventor named Sarvargo was so disgusted at the capacity for mankind to destroy, he brought a giant Zeppelin armada through all of Earth's cities and declared himself world emperor. A hit squad composed of secret agents, killer robots, and biofreaks were barely able to force him to retreat. And then real-life scientist Michael Faraday vaporized him so hard they both exploded. And everyone on Earth just forgot this ever happened because the New World Order covered it up. I feel insane. And I'm not even talking about the steampunk explorers fighting Nazis on the Hollow Earth or the ancient kingdoms of the Lizard King. The setting is off its shit. It's got some pretty crazy stuff in it. But unlike my maximalist lore drop, it's also cool. Let's take a step back.
That is... This setting really is properly off its shit. It is amazing. The setting is wild, and I am specifically showing that video again as an introduction to the World of Darkness, for no reason. Smiley face. Smiley face. Hee-hoo. Just a little guy. And just a little guy who's not doing anything. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's because it's cool. It's cool. Now is the time where we start closing up shop. Because I need to get ready because my mom's coming over for tea. I'm going to be sharing with her some of that tea stuffed in bitter melon, which is dangerously delicious. Hee-hoo. One of these days I'll do a tea stream and I'll show all of you it. It comes in vacuum sealed packages. Weirdly enough, it's that sort of compressed tea that is quite resilient, a little tougher, so it can handle being vacuum sealed. So, if you have something that you want to share for the community sharing time, hashtag TOwlArt on Twitter is the place to do it for now. For now. We are going to have a Boru after the new video drops, which is soonish. For now, let's see what people have got. So first, we have Scarlet Noise. It's me enjoying a fuzzy buzzy. I swear to God, when I saw the bumblebee, I have never said the phrase fuzzy buzzy before. I swear to fucking God. Just... I'm a problem. Scarlet, this is so cute. Good. Shala, great. Great. I hate this. Watches Tucker Carlson wants to fornicate with the brown M&M. Yeah. This is where we're going. Hold on. Do I have it? I have Hey Google.
Hey Google, get me the fuck out of here.
God, that's a good one. Where is it? Do I even have it on here? No, I don't have I want to have sex with the brown M&M in here. I only have it on sound alerts. I need to add some of these onto sound alerts and finish adding all the other stuff onto sound alerts. Might have to do that tomorrow because unfortunately my friend who I was going to hang out with canceled.
I want to have sex with the brown M&M.
There it is. Thank you. Great.
I want to have sex with the brown M&M.
Really? Is that so, you guys? Hold on. There's one thing in particular that I rediscovered. Where is it? Nope. That's the once they're showing off his dumpy. There it is. Here, this. I rediscovered this. I'm so happy.
Hello, handsome. What a day, dude.
What a day. One more time.
Hello, handsome. What a day, dude.
Oh dear.
I want to have sex with the brown M&M.
God damn it. Not again. Nope, not where I'm going. Oh dear. This is so cute. You guys, look at what Guzik made. When art ain't happening, make voxel owl. This is art, though. This is art. What are you talking about? Look at this voxel fella. I think I've been trained by Minecraft to see this as very tall. Like a monument. It doesn't help that the wings are outstretched. Hold on, wait.
Remember me! Remember me! Remember me!
I am a monument to all your sins. This one is machine and nerve, and has its mind concluded. This one is but flesh and faith, and is the more deluded. Kill me or release me, parasite, but do not waste my time with talk. There is much talk, and I have listened through rock and metal and time. Now I shall talk, and you shall listen. I'm just trying to figure out how much of it I remember. I have watched that scene just on its own so many times. I love good villain monologues. So there is definitely an argument to be made that, like, for example, I think maybe the reason I like the to be or not to be speech, that soliloquy, is because Hamlet may be the protagonist of Hamlet, but he also might be the villain. I think he might be the villain. He's collectively voiced by both Klaus and Principal Lewis from American Dad. What? No, Hamlet is a massive cockhead throughout all of Hamlet. Death Note is the same way, where like the protagonist is also the villain. Anyway, that was a little bit of a rabbit trail. What is this? Hold on. Tori-chan. Explain to me what this is.
We have a fossil. Ooh. That does look very beaky, actually. Looks like that top part of a skull.
Looks beaky.
Dang.
Are we
Good.
grabbing
The
it?
rich
Are we
and
getting
rich down the
it?
middle.
Grab it.
Let's go.
Yay!
We have.
It's the audio. It's the audio from the marine biologists discovering the whale fall.
A fossil. Ooh. That does
Yeah, at
look
the
very.
end, who was that?
Yay!
Who was that at the end? Oh my god. Nady. Egged up. Thanks, Tori-chan. Good. Good. Oh my gosh. Fred by daylight. Fuck off. Only thought to check who's actually on the stream after I'd already drawn a nice jazz mister. Fair enough. Fair enough. Egged, Nady egged up from the cloaca. Shut up. Thank you, Farah. Oh my gosh, wait, do we have alternate Starry Feathers sketch pages? We have Zumba Fitness predicting a Starry Feathers sketch page. Minimalist post-contemporary alt-art reductionist edition. COVID shit George. Fred eating plastics. Mummy tea. Literally 1984. God damn it. Fuck off. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Scarlett did a sketch page. Is Starry doing a sketch page today? Or are they just finishing up? Or is this a sketch? Oh wait, no, right. I remember. Starry said that there might not be a sketch page today. I remember now. What is this? Oh my god. Hold on. I'm gonna scoot in. Gonna try and fill in for Starry today. Aw. No worries, Starry. Look at this. Okay, so this is from Scarlet Noise. Ender, thanks for the 100 bits. Oh, new bingo card. Okay, we're gonna have to check T-Owl bingo at the end of this. If you have a bingo card and you got bingo, hashtag T-Owl bingo. Gonna try and fill in for Starry today. No, you're lovely. Actually picked up the plague the other day. There's Dingo Small, taped to wall. I can't believe that we crashed his chat with the Dingo Small taped to wall. I'm so proud of all of you who were there for that. Oh, there's a fish just dying. Good. Me drinking mummy tea. There's me as a slime star. Good. Gay crabs. Canonically gay. Fred stream. Yeah. I'm kind of in the way. Hold on. Fred stream. As an ace dude, I can confirm we totally reproduce through mitosis. Ah, yes. Good. Thank you. There is me exploding a whale. Good. It's beautiful. It's shit. New cell. Yay! Oh my god, Staratui. It's because Starry Feathers is guiding the creation of the sketch page. You ever been... Hold on. We have to. Getting ratatouille'd.
I just think I would love to get ratatouille'd.
Ratatouille'd?
Like have a little guy up there.
Excuse me?
You know, making me cook delicious meals.
No, I understand. I've seen the film.
You wouldn't want that? A little guy pulling your hair, making you cook?
It's a ridiculous concept.
You're telling me you wouldn't want that?
I just don't know why you're bringing it up as if it's something that could actually happen.
You wouldn't want a little ratatouille guy up there doing whatever?
It's honestly insane that a rat would even be able to cook in the first place.
He doesn't have to be cooking.
In the movie, he's cooking.
Yeah, but in this scenario, though, he could do other stuff.
Yes, but you called it getting ratatouille'd. I mean, the movie is about cooking. Why call it getting ratatouille'd if the rat isn't even going to be making you cook? I don't need a rat to help me cook.
You're hung up on the cooking thing.
You were the one who referenced food.
Forget what I said.
You called it getting ratatouille,
Oh
which
my
is
God.
a reference to cooking in the first place.
Forget what I said. Ratatouille is just the frame of reference. Like, you can get ratatouilled into doing other stuff.
It's just important to remember that words mean things.
Yeah, but I mean...
The word ratatouille has implications about cooking.
It's just easier to call it that. It's a ratatouille situation.
Words mean things.
Listen, if there's a little guy up there like a rat up on your head, it's a ratatouille, even if you're not cooking.
Okay. For this conversation, we can call it getting ratatouilled, but I think moving forward, we should establish a different terminology.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to know if you would want to get ratatouilled.
Yes. I think I would want the rat to help me write a screenplay.
Thank you. That's pretty cool, man.
Thanks.
Jamie, pull up my favorite scene.
Fuck. Oh my god. Jamie, pull up my favorite scene. I need to fix the fact that when I, like, turn my head down and I'm looking up, it, like, my eyes look up. And it's, like, relative to my head, it's correct. But, it's a little funky. So anyway, Lamau, damn. Fred once flipped my car upside down and filmed it for clout. Again, why are you just accusing me of doing based things? Why? Yeah, me looking at my grandfather's website. Why are you like this? The website's not good, you guys. It looks like something I would pull up on stream to make fun of. And would, potentially. It looks like something that we would look at on stream. It sure is something. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I don't want to, like, draw attention to him. Fred roasts his own grandpa. I considered it, man. I considered it. The dude is not the person I thought he was when I was growing up. He did take kind of a funny picture of me, like, throwing a rifle, like a long-range rifle, over my shoulder and giving the middle finger when I was in, like, middle school. That was a pretty funny photo. I wonder if I could find it. The funny thing is, to my memory, I look pretty much the same as I do now. I've been aging slowly. I'm like a shitty Dorian Gray. Like a Dorian Gray for, like hyperfixation weird shit. Fred is immortal. I'm going to tell the story again of the time I played a game of League of Legends with my friends against, like, other people who were in the same room. We basically did a LAN. We did a LAN battle in League of Legends back. This was before the LCS was even a thing. Old map, back when Soraka was basically just a battery, like a health and mana battery. This was just after the first international tournament, I think, where, like, the AD carry support meta was established. I was playing Soraka because in fights I would get 2 frames a second if I was lucky. So I couldn't play any character that needed good reaction times. I don't play League anymore. I stopped playing a long time ago. Yeah, that's a long time ago. But I remember distinctly this random fucker, like, bragging about how good he was with Twitch. And my entire friend group just decided to take him down a peg. So we played against him. We were just grinding through bottom lane, grinding through towers. And apparently, so this is apparently how it went. I heard from someone on the other team afterward. They said, okay, well, they took 2 towers, but they're probably going to back off now, right? At the moment they say that, They hear me scream loud enough to be heard through the entire first floor of the residential building on campus. Keep going, boys! We're invincible! Just bellowed it. Because I just kept refilling their health and mana, because I was Soraka. There was no reason to leave. There was no reason to leave. We still out-itemed them. Keep going, boys. We're invincible. And I think we took the inhibitor and just left. I don't think we lost anything for it. Like, I think we might have won the fight. Like, I think they tried to fight and we just won. We just won the fight and then ran off. No, Twitch was bad. Twitch was bad at this time. This was during the time where there was, like, the counterplay to stealth completely invalidated people like Evelyn and Twitch. Completely invalidated them. They were bottom tier picks. Like, Vision wards were just hard counter. Sorry, needed a cough. Didn't take a sippy break at all. Yeah, Twitch is a League of Legends character. Rat, who was able to stealth. Just a little guy. What if you just... What if... Oh my god, what if someone ratatouille'd you playing League of Legends? Hey everyone. It is time to close up shop. Wait. TL bingo. TL bingo. TL bingo. Ooh, I think a few people got... Oh, we have a couple. Okay. Sirgaz got one. Okay. Fred involved in a highway shootout / that seemed gratuitous. Look, I didn't do the shooting. I wasn't involved. It just happened really close to me. That story comes up. Okay, Jordan Peterson / Tucker Carlson / Ben Shapiro / Andrew Tate, Manosphere. Yeah. Goat is small, taped to wall. Good. I'm glad that got added to the bingo card. Furry drama. Wait, when did furry drama come up? When did we talk about furry drama? I don't remember. And Hackerling. Hacker showed up, yeah. Hacker. I don't remember. Whiskey chat. TikTok. Oh yeah, fatherless. Yeah, on TikTok. JT was given not a full mention. Yeah, that was just briefly brought up, but that counts. That still counts. Whiskey Dingo. Monkshit Tea. And yeah, Corey and Elise came up. Who knew I like hanging out with my brother and sister-in-law? We have Sippy Break. Guys. Mrs. Newton in chat. Yes. Andre and Ash and Slush. And Vex came up. Yeah, because Vex and I watched a documentary together. Goat is small. Taped to a wall. Good. No, that's a solid one, right? Like, people are getting some solid bingos. I guess I'm just becoming that much more predictable. Or the bingo cards are becoming better tuned to the stream. Because we were getting no bingos for a while. Ooh, these are some close ones. Scorn did come up. 9/11. Wait, when... Well, hold the fuck on. When did 9/11 come up? When did 9/11 come up? I don't remember this. Chat was chanting together. When didn't it come up? And this whole stream is another 9/11. That doesn't count. So Eve, yep, brought up the video. Yep. Elon Musk / wait, when did that come up? Yeah, Mom, you're on my bingo card. Hey, Mom, do you want to come over in, like... Do you still want to come over for tea? And if so, how would you like to come over in like an hour and a half? That'd be cool. Oh, photo data didn't come up. Some solid bingos. Hey everyone. Thank you for hanging out. This says, I thought I was just going to play Dead by Daylight today, and I just got very tunneled in on just, I don't even know how. I don't know what happened to the last 3 hours. You know who we're gonna bother? You know who we're gonna bother today? How many of you are familiar with Duper, the low poly llama? Duper is playing something called the corn game. The coin game. The corn game.
Yeah, at the fair.
Come down today and try some corn, or we will sacrifice your newborn. Ah! Yeah, they're playing coin game, the coin game, which looks like an indie title. The guy that is just Homestar, yes, that Duper. We're gonna go bother Duper. Duper is great. I vibe really well with Duper. We gotta do stuff together. Every time we're on a game show together, I vibe with him just really well. Our raid message should absolutely be omnidirectional. No, 100%. Even you guys, even if you don't know what we mean by omnidirectional, absolutely just say omnidirectional to him. He'll freak out. He will freak out. It'll be amazing. Goodbye, everyone. I will see you all again Tuesday for Dead by Daylight with Leroy, Andre, Whiskey, and Graffy. Goodbye.